Innovation and Startup Policy. What is this policy? What this policy says? And most importantly, why this policy is actually required. So I'm going to cover three important points: the objective of National Innovation and Startup Policy, the policy itself, the objective and the necessity of this policy, and adoption and implementation of this policy at SPIT College. What exactly we have done so far and what we intend to do in collaboration with SPTBI for entrepreneurship development. To begin with, I just want to go back to the mission and vision of our SPIT College. This is just a minute. I don't like mistakes, so just typographic error. So our vision is to build a renowned institute which will produce graduate engineers with a global competency and social sensitivity. I'm interested to highlight the first line: to build a renowned institute. Whatever the way it is, we have to make it renowned institute, which will produce graduate engineers. Now we have been already producing graduate engineers. All institutes are producing graduate engineers. All the institutes are striving to make their institute renowned institute. But then also, there is something which we need to adopt, and that is the purpose of coming back to this policy that AICT has implemented this policy, and they made this to follow more than 5,000 institutes all over the India. So keeping in view and growing challenges, needs of industry and society, keeping in view the growing and changing needs of industry and society, we are committed to creating an environment which will raise the intellectual and moral standards of our students. So this everything is centered around the students. That is what I wanted to highlight it and bring to your notice, that everything is centered around students, but AICT has taken care to not only student but faculty as well. So this entire policy is for students as well as faculty. Although AICT has taken leads in the last year to framework these policies, we at SPIT College has been doing from the last 10 years, more than 10 years. In our mission statements, says that we have to create or inculcate entrepreneurial mindset in students to make them job creators. Although we are very good as far as SPIT College placement is concerned, we are getting excellent placement, but that is okay. That is because of so many reasons. But we don't want to become a job seeker, but we want to make a job creator. So to create a job, to create more job, because that is the necessity of this India. So the purpose of highlighting this mission is that at the end, we have to do measurable outcome. We have to measure our efforts. So how will you measure our efforts? The measurable parameter is how many jobs you have created, how many students started the company, and finally how many jobs are created, because that is the need of this India. We need to create a job, not only for the student, but for others. So, and for that, the path has to be defined, the path has to be made. So we have to create this entrepreneurial mindset in the student. We don't say that we should immediately start the company, but we have to create the mindset so that in future, whenever they get opportunity, they can start the company. So what this National Innovation and Startup Policy says? This policy was launched on September 11, 2019 for students as well as faculty. Faculty first time was considered with serious note, and without uplifting of faculty, nothing can be achieved. So faculty has been given importance in this policy, and faculty has been promoted. We have done many things. We are planning to do so many things for the faculty as well as student. We are always there to do everything for the student. But this is the first time that we are framing the policies for the faculty as well, with the intention to promote innovation and entrepreneurship. I just want to highlight here that ESL has been doing fantastic job from around 20 years, right from the inception. ESL has done excellent job. ESL has done so many programs for the students level. To create this innovation and entrepreneurship development, we motivated the student to think from entrepreneurial project development. So far, we have published 90 patents. 90 patents from the institute has been filed and published. And this year, we plan to complete 100 plus. So to mindset is to be created through this innovation and entrepreneurship development. At the end, I'll tell you the success stories with this procedure that we started 10 years back. So this innovation and startup policy 2019 for students and faculty, we adopted this policy this year because we were actually doing it, but now we formally decided to adopt it as per the norms set by AICTE. The objective of this policy is to get sensitized and oriented on the importance of entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial thinking and approaches. See, whenever we talk about the B projects or students project, the projects comes under two categories. One is research projects and second is development projects. So whenever the research oriented projects, what is most important here is proof of concept. We do proof of concept by doing experimentation. We prove that this theory, this concept, this logic, that development, that project, the technology is foolproof and will not fail. Definitely, the outcome of that research oriented project is to publish the research paper. Definitely, we expect to publish the paper at conference and even the better paper at journal, and then even better journal, high quality journal, referred journal, and so on, high ranking journal. That is the outcome. But whenever we talk about the development, then they are the thinking of entrepreneurial mindset come. So we need to think everything from customer point of view. What the customer is thinking, what the customer wants, what are the pinpoints of the customer, how will you fulfill the need of the customer. That thinking is called entrepreneurial thinking. Just to highlight this word, entrepreneurial thinking, I just started with R&D. Entrepreneurial thinking means thinking from business point of view, thinking from customer point of view, thinking from profitable venture point of view. So our approach should be such that we should be doing the best thing with the minimum efforts so that our efficiency will increase and we will solve the pain point of the customer. That means whatever the research or whatever the product that we will develop, whatever the project that we'll do, that will solve somebody's problem. It's not only for publishing paper, but it is for doing something innovative, development, and making useful for the customer. Your customer may be dummy customer, but it is someone who can use it. Finally, somebody should use it. It should not be only for research publication. So such type of project may not be research 100% very high quality research, but it may be something different than the existing. I'll give the one example. Uber came first. When Uber came, initially, taxi business was also there. It's not that Uber came, the taxi was not there. It's not that new business started. Taxi market was already there. Customers were already there. Taxi service was already available. But when Uber came in the market, the thinking changed, the procedure changed. So this is called disruptive technology. Disruptive. There was a disruption. That means market was there, customer was there, service provider was there, but this entire processor was provided with a different way. So service was different, which was making use of technology to provide a better service. So taxi was already there. It's not that new business started, but new way of business started. So this is called disruptive technology. Existing procedure is modified with the help of technology for better service. This is 100% entrepreneurial thinking. You take example of Flipkart. How the Flipkart started? But just by selling the books. The first venture was to sell the book online. What was the USP, unique selling point? The best point of Flipkart, that it was cash on delivery model. What happened eventually? Cash on delivery model is reducing now. Now they are going online by paying Paytm or various ways to make the payment. And then they started selling so many products. So is customer segment increased? No. Customers were already there. Is the product different? Are they selling the product? No. They are just giving the product, so taking the product from one source and supplying to the other customers. So this is called disruptive technology. This is possible through entrepreneurial thinking. Take example of Paytm. What was Paytm product does? It is just for payment gateway, online payment gateway. Yes, that was the new way. That was not existing earlier. That was the new way of providing the service. But what is the PhonePe? PhonePe has done the same thing. Is there any difference as far as customer point of view, the PhonePe users point of view and Paytm? No. So they were also doing the same thing. And like that, there is Google Pay came, Phone Pay came, Beam Pay came. So many payment gateway has come. Everybody is doing fantastic job because the market segment is very large in India. I always said that see the market size, do the project, understand the pain point. What are the pain point to start the PhonePe and Paytm? I'll tell you the very example. When the Flipkart started, they had to start with the cash on delivery. And trust me, that time, the collection of the cash was a very headache for them because business was growing rapidly and they had to collect the cash from various process. So managing cash itself was very difficult for them. And they used to carry the van from the city, different places of the city. They carry the cash, huge cash they used to carry every day. Managing cash and providing the security for cash management's vehicle system was a headache for them. So that was the pain point of the not the customer, but the pain point of the service provider. That pain point was understood by Paytm, and finally the PhonePe came with the same product. And they understood the pain point, they understood the problem that the customer is facing, and they provided a solution. I always think that Uber was the first product, Ola copied it. Ola could copy because Uber has not filed the patent. Paytm came, sorry, before that Flipkart, before that Amazon came. Flipkart copied it. I don't say copied it, but let's say they inspired, they understood the need, they understood the market segment, and they started with this. Paytm came first. Many people started this payment gateway. PhonePe was also one of them, and they did fantastic job now. They're doing fantastic job. The valuation is $4 billion. Everybody knows that PhonePe owner is SPIT computer department students. 99 pass out. This, what they did nothing new. They did the same thing differently. So the technology, making use of the technology, they try to solve the problem of the customer. The customer may be service provider, customer may be industry, customer may be student. That is what this MHRDs, AICTs, innovation sales, and everybody said that you should get sensitized and oriented on the importance of entrepreneurship. Sensitized. We should understand the importance of this. We should feel sensitized. We should understand the importance. We should not only do the project. We have been doing great. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just talking with the student to tell you that think the problem of the student, think the problem of the customer, think the problem of the people, find out the solution to solve the problem with the help of technology. To build our learning objective of this national NISP policies to build our vision on design and development on the result oriented and innovation and entrepreneurship policy and action plan. Yes, action plan for teacher point of view and implementation for teacher point of view and design and development for student point of view. We want to encourage the creative energy of our student population to work on new ideas and promote them to create a startups and entrepreneurial venture. Absolutely no problem if you are doing the same project differently. If you are solving the same problem differently. I tell you one thing, trust me, India is facing only 3 problems from the last decade. Last 3, 4, 5 decades. Poverty, poverty, poverty. Second problem has started, water problem. Third problem has started now, energy problem. These are the only 3 problems that India is facing right now. Placement, job creation, all these things are second level. But these are the major problems that India is facing. So we have to find out the problem. And there are solutions. Every time the solutions are coming. Every time people are trying to solve the problem. Every year new projects are happening. Every year lot many things are happening. But problems are still there. So what is changing here is not the problem, but the way the problem is solved. The way the service is provided. Way the solution is provided. Who has provided a solution? Engineers have provided a solution. We need to think of the problem. We need to think of the market. We need to think of the technology. We need to think of the solution. That is called new idea. Nothing new, 100% new. Little modification can also be the new thing. MHRD NISP policy is divided into 5-point policies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Strategies and governance for promoting innovation and entrepreneurship. Norms for faculty, students driven innovations and startups. Incubation and pre-incubation support. IP ownership rights for technology development. Pedagogy and learning interventions for supporting startups. I just want to take a feedback here whether my voice is reaching to everyone or not.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are clearly audible.
Yes. Okay. Second thing, my video is off or on?
On. It is on.
Okay. First point, strategies for governance for promoting. Many times, I come across this engineering colleges, faculty members. They say that we are not interested for doing the business. When we are not interested for doing the business, we don't want to listen to entrepreneurship concept. I'm not talking about our college people. We are much better than comparatively the people who are thinking outside. I'm just sharing with you that they think that we don't want to do the business. We are happy what we are doing it. We need to just publish the paper, any possible patent. That's all. I just want to tell you that nothing wrong in thinking that also, but it is better to do something addition. So add-on value, if our students are capable of doing better results, better thing, our job is to promote them. Our job is to support them. Our job is to encourage them. So we need to make a strategy for promoting innovation and entrepreneurship. What strategy that we should make? So what I'll be doing now, I'll be telling you the policy made by in the first one. Additional 15 minutes will require for me to make to tell you what AICT is expecting from us, and then AICT has not mentioned what we should do. They are just given the different ways that we can add it, but we have to think what additional things can be done. So I'll be giving one survey form. One survey, Kalbani sir, both of us will make one survey form, and we'll take the ideas of the people to what additional things can be done
Yes,
in
sir.
the coming year.
Yes.
For example, strategy for, I mean, this presentation will also be shared with everyone, but I want some feedback. I'm working with IIC Cell because this is a part of IIC Cell only. This is only the policy. Implementation is done by IIC Cell and IDC together. So strategies for governance for promoting innovation and entrepreneurship means what? We have to create innovation pipeline, process for creating innovation. It's not that we have not done this. I'm reading only from policy point of view. More 50% we already implemented, and we are doing much better, but there are a lot many things to do. Creating innovation pipeline and pathways for entrepreneurs. We have to create the pipeline, we have to create the path, we have to make a processes. Building organizational capacity, human resources, and incentive incorporation. Very interesting, incentive. So those who are spending time, those who are putting efforts, they should get some incentive. So definitely those will show interest in you need not give input in all the parameters, but if wherever you want to give the input, most welcome. We'll work on that and we'll come out with this policy. So policy adoption, I've given my title differently. I not mentioned, I changed my title. Policy adoption and implementation. We need to adopt this policy and we need to implement this policy. So today we have to decide that yes, we all are going to adopt it and we all together will implement it. So for that, we have to create human resources, which we already created. SPTBI human resources already created. Incentive incorporation. Faculty should also get incentive. Students should also get incentive. Anyone who is involved into that should get incentive and will get incentive. We'll make a policy for that. Collaboration, co-creation and business relationship and knowledge exchange. This is all right. Norms for faculty and student driven innovation and startups. I just want to share with you that SPTBI has made a student startup policy, faculty startup policy. That policy I'll share with you afterwards. Incentivizing faculty and student for entrepreneurship. Yes, we need to work on this. We need to incentivize faculty and student for entrepreneurship. We need to give them support for entrepreneurship development. Like IPR cell creation, we'll be supporting for patent filing, we'll be supporting for pre-incubation space, we'll be supporting for funding options, many ways. SPTBI is not a separate for us. SPTBI is the integrated part of SPIT. So wherever there's a need arises, we'll take the help of SPTBI. Norms for faculty startups, specifically mention norms for faculty startup. Before they mention, we actually already implemented. Incubation and pre-incubation support, we have already implemented. IP ownership right for technology development, we already implemented. Learning intervention for supporting startups, yes, this is already existing in SPTBI. So as I told you, 50% norms has been already implemented. We need to take it to the every faculty level, and I want this, at least those who are present today should be able to talk on this, should be able to say that yes, we know this policy and what is there in the policy. So highlighting features of the policies, creation of innovation fund for supporting innovative projects and startup by, yeah, this allocation of fund is already there. The fund is for publishing patent, the fund is for publishing research paper, the fund is for if the startup is registered, then we are giving seed funding, but we need to add more values to it. So innovation fund for project development will add it. I'll be working on it. If you give me some input, I'll be happy to add or modify it. So I have some idea in my mind. We have discussed this with Vishal sir and Rao sir, and that's why this PDC started, Product Development Center. We are working with Alumni Network. Alumni Network is very supportive. We'll work with many people. We have to create an innovation fund for supporting innovative projects. We have been doing this from the last end under IDC, and IDC funded projects were there. It was stopped in the last 3-4 years. We will initiate this and we'll start giving the funding to the IDC projects. So this need to start with funding options. Present it is happening without funding option. We'll definitely restart this with funding option. This is the part of the policy. We'll start working on it. We are allocated more than what is mentioned in this policy. Academic break for a semester or year to work on the startups. Credits for working on innovative prototype and business model. Yes, now this is something different. But these credits for working on innovative, we have already implemented, because those who are going for internship, if they go on their own startups, Kalvani sir can highlight on this, whether they are allowed in internship credits, whether they are allowed for students to work on their own startups.
Yes, sir.
So this we already implemented.
Yes, sir. Yes.
IRCL has implemented an internship. So if the student faculty break, okay, academic break for a semester, if somebody wants to take a break, this we need to take it at higher level, get it approved from the dean and academic council and then governing council. So this will take time for academic break, but rest of the things has been already implemented. 2 to 9.5 equity stake in the startup company by institute's incubator. It is mentioned institute's incubator only because institute cannot take a stake. Institute is a trust. Institute cannot take a stake. So institute incubator is allowed to do. That's why the funding comes to the institute and it is disbursed to the startup company through incubation center. Incubator means incubation center. And in returns to that, it is taken 2% to 9.5% equity in that company. Complete ownership of IPR by the inventors in case of non-usage of institute facility and research. Yes, those students who and faculty members as well who are not using the facilities of the institute's laboratory equipments, they can take the complete ownership, because there are the examples in the past that institute was not allowing the students to file the patent on their own. So in our case, we don't do that right from beginning. In our case, the applicant as well as inventor are the students and faculty only directly. So only when the benefit, we are coming with the IPR policy where the institute facilities are utilized, there the stake will be 50-50 or whatever the share it is decided. Otherwise, if the institute laboratory facilities are not used, once the college started, this policy will be open for everyone. I'm frameworking the policy. It will be simple policy, whether who will take the stake, whether college will take or institute will take. If it is commercialized, then that comes. If it is not commercialized, then it's okay. So complete ownership of IPR, but it will be supported by institute. Services to be offered by institute in lieu of equity. Yes, the services offered by the institute and fee-based or zero payment model. Yes, but in case of against the equity. So these are the highlighting features of the policy. I was not surprised any item which was mentioned, any parameter which was mentioned in the policy, because most of the parameters were already implemented by our college. Now, the first part, this A part, A, B, C, D, E, up to E. I'm just going to tell you what is mentioned in this policy, and then afterwards, I'll within 5 minutes, I'm going to tell you what we have implemented again. In between, I'm telling you, and at the end, I'll expect that you should give me some feedback, or you should give me some input. Now, the first part is A part, strategies and governance for promoting innovation and entrepreneurship. Strategies for governance for promoting innovation and entrepreneurship. In that, now we need to create innovation pipeline and pathways for entrepreneurs. We need to build organizational capacity, as I highlighted already this. Innovation pipeline is already there. Where IDC center is a process that we take innovative projects and the pathway for entrepreneurs. Through that process, if somebody wants to become an entrepreneur, we give them space for the incubation center, free of charge for the first 3 months. After that, we'll work out. If required, we'll extend it. If request comes from the student side, we'll work on that. And this is open for faculty as well as. Building organizational capacity, we already built SPTBI center. Human resources already there. Incentive, we need to work out. Collaboration and co-creation of business relationship and knowledge exchange. Yes, this we need to work out. Collaboration of creation, co-creation, collaboration. So we need to collaborate with other organization and business relationship. So this is what we want to work out. And when the college start, I'll be working with IR team, how we can bring alumni team and for business options. So our students and alumni network can work together, and any already existing business center can work together, and they can start when they can have a knowledge exchange. I have already approached to one company. They are actually helping us to commercialize the technology, licensing of technology. So if you are develop some technology and you want to, if somebody is need of that technology, so they will find out the customer, they'll find out the industry who will use that license, will use it on renting basis, licensing of software created by our college student, or selling of the technology, commercialization of the technology. One shot, you just paid and get it, deliver it to them. This is for knowledge exchange for both way, but that is for commercialization of technology as well. So we need to work on this. This A3 is still going on. It is a very lengthy process. It takes time, but we'll work with IRCL and complete it. Strategy and governance for promoting entrepreneurship continue. We need to formulate document in accordance with the NISP and state startup policies. Startup policies are in place. It is mentioned in this policy that senior faculty with less hierarchy and autonomy must drive the entrepreneurial agenda. Senior faculty at the level of dean, director are required position. We have so many people in our college. They should come up with this and should drive this. But in our college, we don't want to make a single faculty. We want to make a team, and a team of faculty members who are interested. This time we are coming with incentives. This time we are coming with so many plans. This time we are coming with so many benefit to the faculty member. I'm expecting that senior or junior leave it, but any faculty who are interested to work with our team is IRCL and R&D team and IDC and incubation team. You are most welcome. You will get a lot of enjoyment and learning experience. Intra and inter-institutional relation to promote agenda and institute can provide services. Okay, we need to have a collaboration with other institutes, but other institutes are busy in their domestic issues. So I tried to contact with other institutes as well. We already have MOU with 5 institutes through ECLCL and IRCL also. But somehow they are not showing much interest, because we should look for professional institutes now, not in engineering institute. Resource mobilization plan should be in place. Own resource, 1% fund of total budget will already raise. Raising fund from diverse sources. Okay, raising funds. Yes, crowdfunding, we need to start working on it. Crowdfunding session, I'll be keeping it probably when the college starts, reopens. Crowdfunding is also gaining the popularity. Our college students are doing fantastic job in the fund, in the field. If we open this crowdfunding for the students project, I'm very sure we can raise good amount of money. And crowdfunding is also worked for the social related projects also. So if you are doing some project to solving the problem of the poor people or rural areas or non-conventional energy side, it is possible that we can open this crowdfunding options and people are there to support. Incubation center is already have 80G certification and 812 certification, where if somebody give the donation, we'll also get a income tax exemption. So through this crowdfunding, we'll take the donation in the name of SPTBI, and SPTBI will route that money to the students project. That is what my plan is this time. Everything is under consideration. It will be put up before the principal office, and then we'll start working on it. Join the Institutional Innovation Council, IIC, network and participate in Smart India Hackathon and participate in Atal Ranking Institution Innovation Ranking Achievement. We are doing fantastic job here, but it says that participate. participate. We need to participate not only for making the report, but we need to actually be present that time and at least get some feedback what is happening. I'm saying this to all the faculty members who are attending this session and student as well. We should know what is happening, what this IISc is doing. Now, in that A part, A1 is creating innovation pipeline and pathways for entrepreneurs. How to create the innovation pipeline? I already said this. Through incubation process, pre-incubation process, through IDC project development process, through project development, through faculty member can start taking this project. Even if the project is not selected in IDC, and if you say that this, you feel that this is innovative project, you mean faculty member. If you think that the student project is really innovative and we should consider it, we'll pass it to the SPDBI. SPDBI will seriously look into it. So the faculty members can directly come to the SPDBI through IDC channel or direct channel. Our IISc is always there. So various ways are there, but the only thing is that the process has to be well defined. You have to clearly say that you should not ask for funding only. You should say that yes, you'll create this IP, you'll create this product, this is innovation. And if you show this, we'll find out the network to connect through IISc and IRSAIL. We'll find out the people from alumni network who can support you for knowledge exchange as well as funding option as well as to work jointly. Very, very many ways are there. The only thing is that we are sitting, most of the people in SPDBI, they're sitting idle because students don't approach. Faculty don't approach. They approach only when there is a call. Whenever there is the announcement, make sure that you can directly approach it. Link and collaborate incubation unit with external agencies. We need to do that. Connect students, entrepreneurs with incubate starters for internship. We have been already doing this. This is the pathway, and this is the link that this is pipeline that we have already created. These are the suggestions given by NISP policy document. Building organizational capacity, I already mentioned. I'll just skip this part. But I just want to say that faculty and staff should be encouraged. Staff means non-teaching staff. Faculty and non-teaching staff should be encouraged to do courses, training, and certificates on innovation, entrepreneurship, and IPR. If anybody is interested to do this, let me know. We'll find out the way to support you. Develop academic and non-academic incentives and reward mechanism for all the staffs and all the faculties and all the students. I know that you are smiling. Obviously, this is all the staff, all the faculty, all the stakeholders, students. It is possible. There are many ways that we can do it. There are many ways to get this. This year, last year, 1920, we had a fund of 2 crores of rupees. Out of that, only 50% was utilized last year. 50% we took the permission from the government to postpone it to use it this year. This year again we'll get 2 crores of fund. That fund is for specific purpose. But there are many other sources of income in SPTBI for our college students and faculty members. And we can work out many ways to find out. The only thing is that the plan should be concrete. And you should not just ask and leave it. You should follow it. If you don't get it, keep coming. Keep following. Collaboration and co-creation, business relation. This everything we need to work. As I told you earlier, I'll just skip this. Norms for faculty, students driven innovation. Yes, we have norms for faculty. We have norms for students entrepreneurship. Students and faculty can start the company in incubation center. In first 3 months, even if you don't register the company, you can start on the pilot basis. After 3 months, it is expected that your company should get registered. For faculty members, stake should not be more than 50%. For student, there is no restriction. Students means current students. Once you pass out, you become alumni. So current students, last year also the one students project converted into product and they got 25 lakh rupees funding from the SPTBA. This year, 4 student groups, they continued working in SPTBA. They took the advantage of student startup program. Government initiative has come recently for faculty members. One faculty member from SPTBA, SPC college has applied for funding. We are hopeful that he'll get through. So that was only for specifically for faculty members. So many options are available. We'll work out how to incentivize faculty and staff for innovation and entrepreneurship, how to give the award, how to give the fund, how to give the incentives. I have certain ideas I'll share with you once you give the ideas to me. Incentivizing students for innovation, lot many things are the lot many ways they are mentioned. These are the possible ways, but this is not the only way that we can work out. There are many ways. What they are saying, allow student to set up startup. We know that. Allow student to earn credit for working on innovative project. Yes, we are doing that internship program. Allow student to offer startup in place of mini project. We are allowing that. Allow student entrepreneur to take a semester break. This is something require high level permission. Allow student entrepreneur innovator to sit for the examination. Institute need to set up minimum attendance. Student will be happy to know this, but this also will have to work out. Allow student entrepreneurs to use address of hostel or pre-incubation and incubation unit to register their venture while studying. We already implemented. So this is the incentive that is given to the students and faculty. Reward point we need to work. This is specifically for faculty. Allow faculty to start startup based on the technology developed in the lab, in the institute, or previously developed somewhere else, but have ownership on IP. So Dr. Kalbande has started it. Dr. R.R. Sawant has started. Satish Barot from SPC College has started his company. Any other, have I missed out? Faculty member? Rausar has also registered but not started in SPTBA. Allow faculty and staff to take off a semester year as a sabbatical leave. Okay, this I'll talk to the faculty members separately. This also requires high level permission. No restriction on share that staff and faculty can take as long as they don't spend more than 20% of his time on the startup. I said not more than 50% only because that is the requirement of Nidhi startup funding. So everybody has different, but here the AICT says that no restriction on shares. You can have 60% share, 80% shares. You can start your company. This is very good that faculty members and students are allowed to start a company. In the startup advisory, the only thing is that you should not work during office time. You are allowed to spend only 20% of office time for your startup. But this is also require permission from high level governing council. Norms for faculty startup. Role of faculty while teaching may be okay. This you can read it, but faculty can start their own company. They can start on their own. They can start with students. They can start with alumni. They can start with their friends. NISP adoption implementation part 3. Okay, incubation and pre-incubation support facility creation and access. This is the point C, D, E, F I written only on one slide, because we have already discussed this. There has to be performance impact assessment. So how many jobs we have created? We always calculate this, and we have been doing this. Now we have adopted this policy and we need to implement now. So what are the different things that we need to adopt? So to adopt this policy, we have created this incubation support facility. We are giving the benefit to the students and faculty. And this year we started mentorship program for faculty members. So I want to bring faculty members to SPTBI, and they should identify the startups which are actually working in their field of interest, as well as startup. And we have made this startup company that there'll be one technology mentors and there'll be one business mentors. So every startup in the SPTBI will get 2 mentors supported by SPTBI. One is business mentor from the outside actual field who is doing their own business, and second is technology startup, technology mentors. These are faculty mentors from our college. The faculty members can arrange the meeting on monthly basis or quarterly basis. We'll see that. This again, implementation yet to start. We have made a list of faculty members who are interested, who have visited our incubation center. I have not made an open announcement. I think I sent a mail long back. But a few faculty members who are interested to work on this, they have sent me the request. We have made a list of those faculty members along with their expertise field that has been shared with the startup, and this match has been found out. So what the benefit startup will get? Startup will get the support from the technology startup, will learn something from them, or will what is the latest thing happening in that particular academic point of view. It is also possible that faculty members can give their student working under their project to the startup company as an intern, and that will the mutual benefit for both. Faculty members can also get to know the mentorship incentive from the SPTPI. And if possible, if that startup gets funded no matter whether SPTB is giving funding or outside agencies giving funding, then there's a possibility that faculty mentors can become on the board of that particular startup company. If it is, of course, it has been agreed by both the team. SPTBI will not intervene in that. So this is something which has been greatly appreciated by Department of Science and Technology when I given the presentation on this. They said that this is very good idea that you are encouraging your faculty members to work with this, to mentor this startup company. Startups are also very happy. We have taken the feedback. They said we are very happy to know that faculty members are with us. So the faculty members' name will be highlighted on the company's website, and faculty can proudly say that we have mentored this startup. There is no measurement at the end whether you are really mentored or not. There is no measurement how much you are mentored. There is no measurement how much they have benefited or you have benefited. There is no measurement analysis assessment. It is just win-win for everyone. You as a faculty, startup company, as well as SPTBA, an institute. So every year, everybody will get a chance to work with the company who are actually doing something on the field of your area and doing the project. It is also possible that you can take the projects from that startup and give it to the student for parallelly, you can develop something differently by using the different process, different algorithm, different technology. It is also possible that you can get some ideas from startup, give it to your student and work on that idea, because startup company will give the idea which has actually business sense. They'll not give only for research point of view. So it's a win-win for students, startup and faculty members. This program, one step we have completed, identification of faculty. Second step we have completed where identification, the matching this faculty and startup. Now once the college reopens, I think because this mentoring program on online, it makes no sense, but probably next month, if possible, we will have one-to-one meeting by maintaining social distancing and one common meeting, and then one-to-one meeting will start. Every faculty will be incentivized, remuneration will be given. So this way, faculty will benefit. Those faculty, first year faculty, can also work on quality making, strategy planning for the startup company, quality planning for the startup company. It's not necessarily only technology. So we have not given a category as a technology mentors, although we mentioned that it is supporting or helping you for technology development, but actually it is faculty mentor. So faculty, even those, for example, the faculty member who are not teaching technology subject, but who are actually business communication, who are involved in business communication or other subjects, they can be a mentor for strategy planning. They can be a mentor for business communication. They can be a mentor for overall growth, because you don't require basic qualification for doing the business. Absolutely not required. Absolutely not required. You can always support. I have been a mentor for a couple of companies. Once it gets highlighted on the website, you can see that. So this is all about NISP policy. Faculty mentorship is not mentioned in the policy. We are implemented, and when I given a presentation on this, it was highly appreciated. Thank you very much. I hope you are still there. Okay. So this was when I started, there were only one batch. Now there are two batches. Anybody wants to ask me something? This NISP policy over. After that, I'll take a tea break, and then my IPR session will begin.
Participant, if you have any question, please mention that in a chat box.
Sir, may I ask a question?
Please go ahead.
Sir, I want to ask you that whatever you have said, that is only for SPIT faculty or other institute faculty can take advantage of this?
Okay. May I know who's asking this question?
Sir, myself, Varsha Bhole from AC Patil College of Engineering.
Okay, okay. Madam, SPTBI is open for everybody. Okay. We don't want to limit ourselves only for SPIT College. Obviously, the session is for SPIT College. Oh, sorry. This the organization has started. SPIT has started this initiative, but it is open for everybody. Now, when we talk about the faculty startup incubation policy, the benefit is for only for campus faculty. Student incubation startup policy is only for campus students, and that too for current students. When I say campus faculty, means it can be from any any faculty of engineering college or science college or management college. For outside sorry, for outside college faculty and students, the center is open. Mentorship benefit is also there. The only thing is that there is a fees associated with that. So we don't call it rent, we call it fees. The fees is very nominal, but funding option is open for everybody. Funding option is open for everybody. The mentoring from SPTBI is open for everyone. For example, if you are interested or your students are interested, they can approach us. They can go to the SPTBI and they can request for student startup policy program. Their first required condition is that the company has to be formed. But if the company is formed, we can relax the norm to some extent. Okay. Funding option is open to all. Incubation option is open to all. Mentoring option is open to all. Only thing is that only difference is first 3 months we are giving free access for SPIT campus students and faculty. That benefit is not available for outsiders.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. SSIP, Student Startup Incubation Policy, and National Innovation and Startup Policy. NISP is developed by AICT. SSIP is developed by SPIT or SPTBI. So we have done Student Startup Innovation Incubation Policy only for student-centric point of view, for students' point of view. NISP is in general, creating innovation culture in the entire institute. NISP has a global sense. NISP is for development of to inculcate entrepreneurial culture in the entire institute among the faculty, student, and staff. SSIP is developed by SPTBI and SPIT only for students, of students community. Your question here, you can, okay. The PPT was not seen.
No, sir, it was visible. It was visible, sir.
Okay.
It was visible, sir.
I thought somebody wants me to repeat the session or what.
नहीं Talele sir, good session. बहुत सारी चीजें सीखने
Sir,
को
excellent session, sir. Thank you very much. And the policies are too good. Excellent
We need
session.
to
Thank
adopt
you very
it.
much, sir.
We need to implement it. We need your support.
Yes, sir. I will be there. I will coordinate for the that mentorship. Surely, I will be there. I will be in touch. Thank you so much.
There is one more session after this. There is one more session after this. Yeah. Very nice, very nice and excellent session.
After tea break.
Yeah, after there will be some. Yes, sir. So we can start next session at around 5, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
On the
if
same
you-
link.
I just want hello. Before you go for break, hello. I just want you, faculty member, you write your name who would like to join this team of NISP, IIC, all together, this entrepreneur, everything all together. So just write your name who would like to work. It does not mean that you have to start working from tomorrow, but would like to work. Wherever it is possible, you want to add a value. This is not attendance. This is only for your willingness to join with us.
Sir, I am there.
Great.
So we have a break for 5 to 7 minutes. So we will start the next session by sir at around 5:05. And I would like to thanks Talele sir for a wonderful and very informative and very enthusiastic sessions, understanding NISP in details with the benefit to students as well as the faculty startups, what to follow, what not to follow, and everything is there. And we will more, I think, hope the faculty can give little trouble to understand it in more details, and will definitely approach to take the benefits out of this. Hope few startups by faculty will come up in the new year 2020 and 21, sir. So we have a break for 5 minutes, and we will meet again at 5:05. Thank you. Aarti ma'am, you can stop recording and then we can initiate at 5:05.
Okay, sir.